Yay. Hi everyone. It might not be the correct title. Hello. Give me a second. Oh well. Let's do this. Hi everyone. My name is Layla. I'm a video artist here, wherever you're watching. I stream here every Monday, and for the past few months, I've been working on Zelda. Well, the past couple of months. Hi, how are you? I'm good, just a little bit sick. You might hear that I sound a bit nasally, but it's not gonna stop me from sculpting. Okay, so today I wanted to focus on improving some of the anatomy features, like her feet, and reworking her dress, and I'll show you why in a second. So this dress was made on one of the first streams, and I didn't analyze the reference very well, and it kinda just stayed that way for the rest of the project. But later on I found some really good reference from this artist who's a cosplayer, and she sews her own designs, well, her imitations of original designs. So yeah, my dress is currently incorrect. It's too long, doesn't have these sort of things, and the pleats in the middle, some extra fabric going down the sides, and sandals as well. Gonna make those after we improve the anatomy of the feet a little bit. So that's the plan for today. If you guys have any questions, drop them in the chat. Are any of you playing Zelda at the moment? Okay. These feet have seen better days. I have some reference here. Not sure if I can show it because it has some some areas. I can show this. So here are some references that I found. Some have hands in them as well. I'll take a look at those in a minute. I'm currently looking fine, but you can always improve. So I mainly want to focus on this area. What I usually do in this case, I just hold down Ctrl-Shift to bring out this green selection tool, and then I highlight the area that I want to work on. Hello, John. Hi, beautiful girl. How are you? I'm good, thank you. Have you tried doing dresses in Marvelous Designer? I have. Just wanted to practice some, like, bold sculpting, because you can get really good results out of ZBrush as well. But yeah, I've been mainly using Marvelous for my clothing. In some cases it would be a combination of ZBrush and Marvelous. Do you have any tips about cloth? Use lots of reference. Never do it out of your head. Like, don't try to imagine it unless you've sculpted hundreds and hundreds of garments. which I have not. So I'm always using reference. Be it. Hi, Mirage. Oh, that's cool sculpt. Thank you. You're talking about this? This will need some improvement. So let's get started. Straight away. Gonna go down a few levels and highlight some features of the feet a bit more. And that's just me using reference and looking at it from all sides, analyzing it, sort of just transferring what I see on canvas, on the model. At this stage, I don't mind working like on lower subdivision levels, just because I'm not looking to achieve like any fine detail at this stage, like veins or any like tiny skin folds. So can you hear the music well? Because I can't hear it at all. I took off the headphones. It's really quiet. Maybe it was just this track. Let me know if you can hear it well. Now add another finger. I'm not AI. 6 fingers on each feet. Pretty sure those are called toes. Чем сегодня будешь работать над ногами, самими ступнями, потому что они сейчас очень такие простенькие. Потом над платьем. Может, если успею, над сандалями. What do you think about ZBrush Clove Dynamics brush? I am new for sculpting. I use it from time to time. I don't fully rely on it. I don't think you should rely on it fully, because like I think it's very dependent, like scale dependent. So depending on how big your scene is, it will create different different sizes of folds. That's how I would explain it. So sometimes you'll need like very big ones, and it will give you the tiny micro ones. So I tend to use it as a support tool with the sculpting that I already have done on the model. Then I'll just like push and pull stuff. Instead of using just the usual move brush, I would use like dynamic brushes instead. I see people fully relying on it. It might be okay for very stylized stuff. Very simple stuff. But it needs a lot of polish after you're done with the dynamic brushes. Still a really good tool to get you started. How long did it take you to learn ZBrush? What program did you use before ZBrush? I started out with Blender, and then I went to like work at a company and I got taught Maya. So I moved on to Maya and also used Houdini quite a bit. And after all that, I went to like college to get a degree in 3D art, and they were teaching ZBrush there. So it was my 4th or 5th, maybe 6th program that I ever learned in 3D. Not that it really matters what I used before ZBrush, because it's a completely new thing. I can hear it. Great, thank you. Why only caricature? Why not make another model with ZBrush like a car or airplane? I'm not interested in cars or airplanes. At all. So why would I sculpt that? On this channel, me as well as many other people who stream here, we come in to do stuff that we feel passionate about. We do not get paid for it. It's purely volunteer work. So if you see me here, I'm only doing stuff that I want to do. Airplanes and cars do not interest me. I'm sure there are sculptors out there who are interested in art surface. Me, not so much. Ooh, thank you. And fully here, fully make a couple of brushes, and one more I can't remember. Can you tell me where did you get those? Hand P. What's hand P? Hands pack? I can't tell you where I got them from because I've been using ZBrush for 6+ years and they've been just gathered over the years. I can tell you where I got the Foley ones from. I use some of them quite a bit, like Foley Air and Foley Make Cut. That's Foley Polish. It's by artist called Polygon. I think his name is Ben. If you follow the link that highlights when I go on this brush, you'll be able to get it for yourself. I mean, it will send you to his YouTube channel, but I'm sure he has like links to Gumroad and stuff where he sells brushes. I don't actually remember where I got it from. Probably from his Gumroad. Hey Layla, happy Sunday. Hey Anthony, thank you. Happy Sunday indeed. Monday for me. I don't think you can share links in the chat, so I won't be able to see it. Hey Layla. Hi Guzzy. Hey, Layla's back. This is episode 3, season 2. This is a good show. My favorite part is when Layla sculpts and her mic blurs out. Like every second seconds. Can't say it. Every other moment. Yeah, I'm not sure why that happens. Probably that filter that I have on my camera by NVIDIA. It has like an auto blur, auto detect the subject filter. So it recognizes me as a subject, that's why I'm not constantly in blur. But it's not sure about this guy. If it's too annoying, I can just switch it off. You guys, you're not supposed to even pay attention to this area, you're supposed to look on the screen. But yeah, welcome anyway. Maybe it's symbolic, it represents the uncertainty of life as an artist, I don't know. Maybe you're right. Maybe that's what it is. And thank you, nice to be here. You are always welcome. I had a weird thing today as I was gathering some references for the feet sculpting. I usually use Pinterest to find my images. And I am not sure why, but every single search that started with female feet anatomy would not go through. It would be like, could not find anything, try again, could not find anything, try again. And I would switch up the words, say like anatomy of a female feet 3D sculpt. Nothing would show up. And as soon as I would cut it and paste it into Google, obviously I would get images. For some reason Pinterest was like very concerned about my searches, so made me think that maybe some people have fetishes for feet. That's why it's inappropriate to search for it. But I don't know. These in the toes. I think Pinterest has been cracking down on certain things. Maybe it could be the implications. Some of my references I used, like figure models that have had nudity have been removed. It was good reference, but what the heck? Yeah. The world will never understand. Yeah. I was only able to find anatomy figures off Pinterest. So weird. There are also plenty of them on ArtStation, but you gotta look for them. I'm sorry it happened to you. Especially if you had like a board dedicated to anatomy on Pinterest and then those references are no longer there. That's the sort of nightmares I have. About like not saving files and like losing references. Can you hear music when I'm speaking? Because whenever I go and rewatch my streams just to check if the music was okay and if my voice wasn't terrible, I can barely hear any music. But I always ask you guys and you're like, oh, music is too loud, tone it down. Not will ever see the soles of her feet, but just say she deserves better soles. What soles? What do you call these? Maybe soles, I don't know. Oh, ArtStation is a good source. I see people sell a hefty amount of reference pictures and models for cheap. It's a good alternative. Yes, it is. Make sure it's not AI though. You don't know anymore. But yeah, some of them have like consistent 360 turnarounds of like anatomy models, male and female. Some of them are like real life reference, some of them are scans. Yeah, and you pay like $5 to $10 usually for those. I have a few. Is it better to use save with history or not? By the way, you don't need to tag Pixelogic. I can see all the messages in the chat. Well, it depends on what you want. Saving with history, by the way, I rarely ever do saving for here. I always save here. Because saving a tool not only will be more compact in size, it will also take less time. Personal experience. If you save it by a project, it will be bigger in size, and when you turn undo history on, it will like quadruple in size. It will be giant. But you can save it, and then all of these steps that I did will be saved in the file, and then you can do like a fun little time lapse. But I would only use it for time lapse purposes. I would not save my projects with history otherwise. I just have lots of iterations of tools, so tool number 1, tool number 2. I usually have one after each stream that I do here. Find it to be safer than saving with history. Because sometimes if you only have one major like file with your sculpt, and then after a month of working on it, your computer gives up on saving all of those brush strokes, and then it corrupts the file. Like ZBrush can sometimes corrupt the file. Oof, you lose all of your work. I wouldn't recommend doing that. What to find alternatives to, I used Bing, but when I turn the safety off, it just goes too far. That's all I can say about that. Why Bing? What's Bing? Is it like also like a marketplace? Oh, or maybe it's like a search browser, or I'm not gonna Google. I think the music is fine. It almost sounds like you're making lyrics. Oh no. Does it sound like I'm rapping? I remember following some guy and his models were cool to only find out he was using AI. What the? Yep. Please don't follow AI artists, or not follow, I mean like don't follow their art as a reference. Just because AI will analyze thousands and thousands of anatomy references and then will mash them together, and it might not be as evident as a sixth finger on the hand. But sometimes it will add muscles that don't exist. It will add like 12 abs and stuff, or just underlying tissues that are not there, so it would be a very bad way to practice. So what do you recommend? How to save files from quick saves? Save them here? Why do you need to save quick saves? I usually just turn them off, or maybe turn them up so they don't save every 20 minutes. Maybe every 40 or every hour. I try to save by myself. That's what I would recommend. Don't turn off quick save, I guess, but it does, if you have like a lot of space on your drive, then don't turn it off. But at some point my computer just runs out of space because of how many quick saves ZBrush has done, so I have to go in and like manually delete the ones that I don't need. I almost never rely on quick saves though. Only when ZBrush crashes, that's it. Pretty jazzy in here, Bing is a search engine like Google. It's by Microsoft. Got it. Never used it. Which tablet are you using? Oh, I'm using Huion Canvas 22. But guys, it does not matter. Using a bigger, better tablet does not make you school better. I can tell you that. Okay, so her feet are starting to look slightly better. This is better than 16. I've had Welcome 16 and it was too small for me in terms of UI. Like, all of this gets scaled down to about maybe this size. It doesn't make sense for you guys because you can't see my tablet, but it's significantly smaller, and for me the buttons were so small I couldn't read the text. Well, I barely could read the text. So navigating for ZBrush was a bit of a pain. So I was using it as a support screen rather than the screen that I was actually working on. So I would have like references here, and then I would work on some other screen, and you can set it up that you're using your Cintiq or just a screen tablet as a normal tablet, which kind of defeats the purpose of having a screen tablet. Yeah. So maybe if you're gonna work on ZBrush, consider getting a bigger one. And it too seems to be working well for me. What are you guys working on? Ooh, I have a brush somewhere here that is for the toenails. It's very specific, I know. Can do that real quick. So the way I would do it is hitting Ctrl-Shift-D and pay attention to my subtool. It will create a duplicate. Now we can go to like level 3, delete hidden, delete higher, delete lower. And then this tool is here. Let's select big toenail and add it. Too big. Oh, right. Why am I sculpting on this one? It's a bit pointless because I'm gonna be sculpting on the other one with the subdivision levels. Let's just add all of the toenails and then we'll make sure they're embedded into the skin. Now we can select it, invert selection, and then Ctrl+Shift+A will bring out the whole mesh. Okay, and now we can say delete hidden, and we have our toenails. We can hit dynamic subdivision. And now we can push and pull our original mesh and make it look a bit more natural. I got this. I'm M2. This is nice to have faster nails. Yeah, for sure. Much faster. You could model it yourself, but to be fair, it's just a plane that is curved and it's got a really nice lip on the outer edge of it. That's pretty easy to model if you want to make your own version of this brush. what I'm doing right now is just trying to marry these two meshes together by adding this overlapping, like, I don't know, fat or skin tissue. I don't think we have fat in our fingers or toes. Yeah, I don't know. We could even go as far as mask out the area where the nail is, maybe blur it a bit, and then go take a move brush and you can overlap it like this if you want. You can also do it with back face masking, sort of. And as you can see, it creates this feeling that the nail is actually sitting inside. It sort of is part of the overall structure of the body. Okay. Hi, I got this. Oh yeah, I read this one. Hello Layla, nice to see you again. Hi Laclory, nice to see you too. Cool. Thank you. Proximal nail fold is so important. You actually know the name of it. Bravo. I don't. Proximal nail. Feel the nail guilty. Oh, good to know. You guys teach me new stuff every day. Now, let's add some proximal folding. And the same for this guy. Hi. Hi, Red Oven. Okay, I'm way happier with how the feet are looking like now. It's not fully there yet, but it's a better base than it used to be. We rewind. So do this. Now it's this. Cute. I feel like her toes are a bit lifted up. Yep, here's a tip for you guys. Never be afraid to rework stuff. If something's not working and you see that it can be improved by like moving the general shapes around, even if it means that you'll have to rework some stuff, it's usually worth it. Working on her sandals will be fun. And when we do that, we'll flatten the bottom part quite a bit, but for now I'll leave it as is. Maybe I'll color the toenails. Nice job, Layla. How long do you think would take a beginner to be good at ZBrush? In terms of time, I cannot tell, because one person will be doing one sculpt a month and the other person will be sculpting every single day. As in like sculpting speed sculpts every single day, and the one can learn faster than the other. It will really depend on motivation, and yeah. I can show you a sculpt that I did my first week in ZBrush versus a sculpt I did a year later. If that's gonna give you a better idea. But I'd say you can get really good in a year's time. Also see that a lot of 2D artists that transition into 3D are usually super good. I'm not sure if you are a 2D artist yourself. I see so many of them. Like posting stuff. My second sculpt in Nomad, and it's like a masterpiece. I'm exaggerating with a masterpiece, but hey Layla, how are you doing? By the way, you look amazing. Thank you. By the way, any good functions in new ZBrush 2023? Lots of them, but I don't have 2023. Why? Well, because life happens and I still haven't installed it. I have access to it as a streamer. Just still haven't played around with it much. I've seen lots of streams though. Like, I would kill for that mask fill option now. You can like do stuff that most of the painting packages can do and have been able to do for years now. You create a mask outline that you want, and then there's like a bucket tool basically that fills it in. What else is in there? There's improved ZBrush with like a retry button where you get a result, but instead of re-ZBrushing, you hit retry and it will take the original sculpt into account as opposed to taking your current ZBrushed object into account, which can be pretty cool because you don't have to go back and redo, you just hit the button until you get a nice result. Okay, sorry guys, I'm really nasally because I feel like I'm getting sick, so you might hear that in the audio. Any other good functions? There is also a new poser tool where you can like sort of use decimation to pose your characters. I haven't played around with it, so I wouldn't be the best person to ask. Okay, let's work on the dress a little bit. Time. So as I said, I modeled the dress wrong because I modeled it on the very first or second stream of working on this character, and I haven't touched it since. So she actually has a way shorter dress, which is cool because I'll get to show off the legs that I've sculpted. And yeah, it's got the pleats in the middle, like a pleated skirt, and some really cute folds on the side as well. And sandals. I finally found some good reference of her sandals. Okay, how am I gonna do that? Well, first of all, this thing is supposed to be way shorter. Like maybe about here? By the way, if you don't know how I'm adding polygons, it's Ctrl-Shift-Z on the keyboard and Ctrl-Shift-S to detract and not detract. Kind of like to shrink and Ctrl Shift X to add. Okay, so it goes to about her knee area, as I can see on the reference. So let's delete hidden. So it also tapers out a bit. There's also a taper function in here. I was just being lazy. It will give me a better control over the shape. Yep. Now, how would I make that dress shape? The Cinema 4D plugin is very interesting. Subtract. I've never used Cinema 4D, so I wouldn't know. Duplicate it. I have one. Delete hidden. Delete higher, delete lower. Now let's mask this area. Like so. Now Ctrl W to create a polygroup. Delete hidden. Now we sort of have the shape that we need. Now what we can do is go into masking, mask border. You select the top border, go into deformation, polish by groups, which will smooth out the edge, which is gonna work better for zero mesher. Now we can try and zero mesh this. Let's do something like this. Not bad. Maybe slightly less polygons, and we'll also define. I want it to go sort of like this. Is the topology flow? Let's do it again. we could try something like this. We'll create a polygroup at the top, which will sort of drive the direction of the ZBrush thing. You'll see what I mean in a second. Let's keep groups, move groups to 0. Yeah, and we'll try to maintain the parallel polygroups a bit better. Oh. Wow, okay. Hi, how are you doing? I've kind of been living under a rock lately. I was wondering if you know anybody from the concept art, especially 2D department. I wanted to know what the impact of AI in the industry on larger scale, and is it better for us to be specialists, or is it better to branch out and take a more generic approach so we can survive the AI thing? By the way, excuse me for the long unrelated message. No, it's all good. Unfortunately, I won't be able to answer it fully. I do work in the industry, but I haven't been talking much with 2D concept artists. All I can say is from our company, which isn't very big, we'll have a couple of concept artists, and I can tell you they've been doing fine. They haven't been fired. They haven't been replaced by AI. Some of the people at work have played with AI, and like to do concept art, but it's mostly just to give an idea for the concept artist to work off, rather than replace the artist entirely. No one has been replaced yet. And it's been around for quite some time now. So yeah. I can't give you advice whether you should branch out or not, because no one knows how this thing is gonna go. But I can tell you that I don't hear about people getting fired or like laid off. Not fired, laid off because of AI. Okay, so this is much better. Never mind. EC4, Creature Creator 4. I didn't read it correctly. Creature Creator 4. No, I haven't heard of it. I wouldn't worry about AI taking jobs. It will be just another tool used like any other tool. Any new tool. Yep, I'd say so as well. Smater says, hi. It looks so much more fun to do retopple like that. Like with ZBrush, or it's much more satisfying for sure. I'm not a huge fan of doing retopology manually. Hi Sunny Soul. Larry, thanks for the answer. You're welcome. Okay, so I can see on the reference that her dress is a bit more bunched up. So that's what I'm gonna try to do. Someone earlier asked about dynamic brushes. Let's try some of those. As you can see, that's what it's giving me, which is not quite what I want. But this is not too bad. And I'm intentionally not turning on collision with the general mesh, like the body of the character, just because it starts to create weird intersections and like microfolds that I don't currently need right now. Is this Zelda? Yes, it is. I love doing your topo and UVs. I find it relaxing and I enjoy a good puzzle. Fair enough. I do enjoy UVs. Retopology, not so much. Not to make it look like she's got a giant butt, because she doesn't. This is a really great model. I think you're doing the one from Tears of the Kingdom. That's right. That would make sense because it just came out in May, and I'm a huge fan of Zelda series, and I'm playing Zelda Tears of the Kingdom right now when I have time. This is really cool. I'll steer focus. Okay. Will you be doing a dynamic simulation on the dress after? Not in ZBrush. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I don't like using dynamic tools so much in ZBrush. I have Zelda's Awakening and Tears of the Kingdom only beat Awakening so far. You haven't played Breath of the Wild, and you're gonna play Tears of the Kingdom. That's interesting. I mean, it accommodates for the new time players, but it is considered a sequel. So do consider playing Breath of the Wild first. I know these games can get pretty expensive, but if you can get your hands on like a used version, sometimes I get my games from Facebook Marketplace. Well, like way cheaper. And play Breath of the Wild first. I never got my hands on Breath of the Wild. You should. That's why Zelda Tears of the Kingdom is such a big deal, because of how good Breath of the Wild was. I was late to the stream. Have you made the model off by scratch? No, I have been working on this model for the past 7 streams or so. So it was made from scratch on the channel. You can go back. She looked way different at the start, so don't freak out. She looked like a goblin. But yeah. You wanna check it out? The streams are there. I will check it out later. Cool. Just give me a second, guys. I'll be back.
Don't stop. Let me explain something.
I'm back. Thank you guys for waiting. Needed to blow my nose because I couldn't breathe anymore. Also made myself some tea. Let's read the chat. I see you have studied cloth wrinkles and folds. They look amazing. Folds and wrinkles can make or break a sculpt. Thank you. Actually, my knowledge of folds and cloth sculpting is not that great, but I am using pretty good references here on the screen, so references can make or break the sculpt for sure. As well as, yeah. You are right. Okay, what do you use to sculpt? ZBrush is the software. You're probably on ZBrush's channel or Maxon's channel. Or do you mean like what brushes do I use? You can kind of see them as I go. It's mostly move brush and clay buildup, and then smooth. Those three I use all the time. I've only ever tried out Blender. This looks impressive. Yeah, it's a software fully dedicated to 3D sculpting. Blender is a bit of a like a 3D software package that can do all, like animation, rigging, rendering, you name it, like simulations. And recently sculpting as well has been improved quite a bit from what I've heard. I haven't tried Blender or touched it for a while. Would be a correct way to say it. What's going on here? Let's try to clean it up, and then we'll add some support edges here and here, and I can subdivide it one time. No, I don't like it. Mesh contains one edges that are shared by more than 2 polygons. Let's try to fix the mesh. Yep. So ZBrush fixed that for me. Thank you, ZBrush. Yeah, I've seen it has improved in some aspects. Yeah, I've seen like pretty good sculpts out of Blender. Сталкивалась с ситуацией, когда взяла лепить концепт, а потом обнаружила кучу непроработанных, нелогичных деталей. Да, постоянно. Просто сам додумываешь, как бы это выглядело, что концепт-артист хотел этим показать. Иногда просто не дорисовал, но идея уже там, поэтому ты находишь реальные референсы объектов и пытаешься сам интерпретировать. Some desires seem similar to Blender, I'd say. Desires. What do you mean by desires? Я просто проклинаю концептеров. Можно и так. Typo. Some brushes seem similar to Blender. Yeah, that makes more sense. Yeah, I mean, you do need your move brush, your build up brush, your smooth brush. So it's no wonder they seem similar. There are a lot though. Yeah, given that I have some downloaded that are custom, but still you are set up with a pretty big library of brushes from the start. And it's not even all of them. You go to File, Lightbox, Brush. Yeah, these are the brushes. And if you go into each folder, you'll be presented with so many. Too many to choose from sometimes. Okay, it's sort of looking fine at the moment. Maybe we could move on to the bottom part of the skirt, the dark green one. I'll show you in a second what I mean. So in this part that is kind of like tapering down over there. Layla, откуда ты знаешь так хорошо русский язык, если не секрет? Имя Лейла. Выросла в русскоговорящей семье в Молдове. Вот и все. Когда жила в Молдове, знала немного молдавский. Но переехала в Новую Зеландию и совсем его забыла. Русский тоже забываю. Yeah. It's an impressive amount. Blender has 15 maximum though, you can download more. It's not about how many it has, but it is fun to play around with all of them. Some of them are for grooming, you can groom stuff in ZBrush. Извините за ошибку в имени, все окей. I see you looking around while someone went out the door behind you. That's my partner, and he's been making some noises, so I get distracted sometimes. What we could do for the underskirt, we could just grab what we have here. I know it's kind of cheating. Ctrl-Shift-D, move it down, scale it down. Just make sure select normal transpose. Layla, you're an awesome artist. I get inspired by your work. Thank you. That's really sweet of you. Now let's delete. And we can select the deeper green color. Fill in the skirt. Now move it out. Now we can select Eke curve and pull it down a little bit. Like so. Hi Nikolai. I'm curious to see how you do the pleats of the dress, lol. Yeah, how much time do we have? We've got enough time. Maybe I'll leave it as is for now. I'll just come back to it on the next stream. So the pleats. First of all, let me pull this one up. It's way shorter on the reference. I only just noticed. Need to pull this one up as well. Pleats. Okay. How would I do them? Easily, actually. Let's append the cylinder. And group by normals. Let's delete the top and bottom parts. Delete hidden. Cool. Now we have a base for our pleats, for our skirt. Now I'm trying to Is this enough? Could be enough. So the way I would do it, I would go to ZBrush, select mask in the edge menu, edge loop complete, and now let's mask every second edge. I did it correctly. So now we can 0.5, 0.5, sort of like scale it out and then rotate. And now let's crease, turn on dynamic. And I have the pleats. Let's give it some thickness. Maybe before we do that, I could scale it. Let's hide the dress for now. Like so. Actually, shouldn't even be this long. Okay. Bottom part. Now the bottom part can be scaled down, scaled up. Like so. Same for the top one. Now we can add one loop going horizontally. A bit tricky. Mask it and scale it. When we smooth it, Should look like a pleated skirt. It's not perfect. Oh, is it like skewed for some reason? Well, you get the idea. I would probably redo it behind the camera. But that's how I would do pleats. Yeah, I needed to add more of them at the start. So I might do it off camera so you guys don't get bored. Something like that. The detail needed will be tough for the pleats. Pleats are fine, just need to redo them, but that's the strategy that I would use to tackle them. Hi, good job. Thank you. Impressive. My guess you'll mirror and weld to have the pleats in the opposite direction. Very impressive. They don't need to go in opposite directions according to the reference. No, they just go a bit outwards on the reference, but yeah. They just need a bit of cleanup, that's all. And I'm running out of time. I have 5 minutes. So if you guys have any questions, drop them in the chat now. I'll do my best to answer them. And then I'll be off. Didn't get to work on the sandals, but hey, we reworked the dress and improved her feet, which is a huge improvement. Let's save. Very impressive, she looks amazing, thank you. So that was Zelda before the stream, that's now. As you can see, her feet changed quite a bit. And the dress, obviously. I prefer it to be shorter. Obviously I'll need to work on the folds, it's a bit too many of them at the moment. And they don't look very natural, but I'll work on that. And she's missing the ornaments and the triangles and all of that, which we'll work on next stream. Do you stream every Sunday? Yes, it is Sunday for most of you guys. I mean, it's Monday if you're from Australia or New Zealand or Japan, this side of the world, it would be Monday. Yeah, otherwise Monday. So good, thank you. Hello, I'm new. Can I find the past streams of the process somewhere? Yeah, they'll be on the same channel. You're from Twitch, from what I can see, so they should be saved on Twitch. Otherwise, you can go onto the YouTube channel of Maxon or ZBrush, and you'll be able to find the live streams there. It's me right now. It's me last week. Again, and again, and again. That's the first one, I believe. 2 months ago. Whoa. It's been a while. Thank you, you're welcome. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching. If you want to see more of my artworks, you can follow me on ArtStation just by typing in Layla Viscu. Same goes for Instagram, also Layla Viscu. And now I have a Telegram channel if you want to follow me there. It's the same. Show you. Thank you. You're welcome. Спасибо за стрим. Приходи еще. Here's the link to Telegram. I just dropped it in the chat. Name for my ArtStation. Same for Garden. And same for my Instagram. Cool. Shared it all done. Thank you guys so much for watching, and be the same time next week, same place. So join me to continue working on this lovely character, Zelda. And I promise we'll finish her someday. It's not that much left. We've also modeled the Master Sword if you've missed it. Here it is. Here is Zelda and the Master Sword. Anyway, on this note, I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.